I always take off one earring when I talk on the phone and put it right here.
Why I didn't think of that.
Well,
you know, you come in handy sometimes. After
always
all.
to be glad of service here.
Yeah, I'm gonna. See, I'm not in very good shape today, am I? I just wish you could tell me that horrible trial is over and Ted is coming home and he's free.
Yeah, I know. Come on, sit down. I can't believe this whole thing, you know? I can't keep thinking it can't go on much longer. Ted's got to testify and it has to make a difference.
I'm almost as worried about your dad as I am about Ted.
Oh, you know, Dad, he thrives on pressure. He's amazing that way.
Well, Eden, sometimes people get tired. And when they face challenges all their life, sometimes their body doesn't respond the way it used to.
Not Dad. He's indestructible.
You know what, you are too. And I mean, I could use a little of your optimism right now.
Well, I guess I am looking at the world a little differently right now.
Because of you and Cruz, huh? I'm so happy for you.
Thanks. I think you know what it feels like to be back together with the right person.
I sure do. These last months with your father have been just wonderful.
Nothing's gonna separate you two now. You know that.
Honey, I think I've got to touch up my makeup or something. I'll be right back, all right?
Hi. I told him back at the house that I would meet you back there.
Right, but the truth is that you were dying to see whether I'd stay up there or come down here and get you. Just another little test of my affections. Am I right? Talk to me.
And give you the satisfaction?
Just tell me, did I or did I not pass?
I missed you. It's been years since this morning.
Really?
Yes.
If you hadn't been on the boat, I think the earth would have moved.
Eaten up.
Caught.
I should say you are. Am I to assume this disgusting display means you two are engaged again?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. What do you think, pal? Does it mean that?
Cece, is there something wrong?
I don't know. I thought I heard someone in there.
Well, Kelly could be in there. You don't want to just go barging in on
I want
her.
to see what's wrong.
Busy?
Why are you peering around the corner in that odd little way? Where's the rest of you?
It's still attached. I just want to be sure you're ready for it.
Why?
Because it's wearing one of your outfits. What do you think?
I think it's one of my outfits.
Do you mind? I just thought maybe I could borrow it for today. You don't. Do you mind?
What on earth for? You have a perfectly decent wardrobe of your own.
Well, I know. But didn't you ever have one of those days where you opened up the closet, you looked in, and you said, boy, everything in here sure looks dowdy and unflattering?
No.
Oh. Well, did you ever have one of those days where you looked in your closet and you said, God, I'm really tired of things in here and I want something new and different?
Yes, then I hie myself down to my friendly neighborhood retailer and I indulge in that quaint old custom called purchasing, which is something I did this morning and something you could try. It doesn't hurt.
Well, yes, I know. I was planning to go shopping today. It's just that I overslept and I didn't have time to pick anything out and I just happened to put this on and it looks so good. I thought maybe you wouldn't mind.
Julia, that happens to be my favorite outfit.
What do you
think I'm gonna do? Mud wrestle in it? I'll be careful.
What are you going to do? State dinner? Audience with the Pope? It must be something very crucial. You wouldn't be so obsessed with my wardrobe.
I cannot believe that my own sister would make a federal case out of me wearing just a simple little outfit.
All right, now what are you doing,
I am taking
Julia?
off your little precious outfit. What do you think I'm
Well,
doing?
all right. If you want to make a case out of it, I could show you all set, Barbara, and you can display yourself.
Oh,
to
don't be
everyone.
ridiculous.
Well, let's see. The painters are out there. They're everywhere. Then the gardener's only 2 feet away. I mean, you could just...
the gardener, Mr. Sanchez. Mr. Sanchez! Woo! Hi. Yeah, it's me, Julia. Listen, Augusta won't let me wear this outfit that I really wanted to wear so desperately, and I wear a 5'6", so I was wondering if your sister...
all right. Stop the poor little match girl game. You don't have to beg the hired help. You can wear it.
Thank
Just
you.
tell me what it's for.
What do you think?
Well, I think, unfortunately, there's only one person who could put you in this state.
What state?
Total abject insecurity. You are not the kind of person who changes your dress 6 times a day for just anybody, so it must be the notorious Mr. Lee.
Makes me feel so good to see the two of you together again. Particularly since I feel I had a lot to do with keeping you apart.
You're a cop. You tell her that kind of talk is not allowed.
That's right. The only people responsible for keeping us apart are standing right here in front of you.
Well, speak for yourself.
Excuse me?
I was just kidding. No, it's us. It's our fault. I think that's one of the few things we've agreed upon in a long time.
Well, I'm awfully, awfully glad.
Yeah. We got Mr. C to thank for it, you know. We just needed a little push.
I don't think he ever would have done anything like this, though, before you came into his life.
Oh, is that why he's been acting so mellow lately?
So come on, Mom. Tell us, when are you going to do something about what's been happening between the two of you?
You want to know something, Maiden? For the first time in my life, I'm going to try to be patient. And just see what happens. Hope it happens for the best. Now, let's talk about this marriage thing. You two have been really successful at dodging the issues. I want a straight answer, all right?
You mean whether it's back on again?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think the subject is...
It's open for negotiation.
Negotiation. What is this, a merger or a marriage?
Well, I think we've both decided to resolve a few of our problems before the wedding instead of counting on our differences to take care of themselves.
That's right. We do tend to have more than our share of those differences, and we're going to line them up and see if we can shoot them
I
down.
think it's middle ground we're looking for.
Well, what if you don't reach this middle ground you're talking about?
Just keep looking for it until we find it. After all, looking for it's half the fun, right?
That's what I heard.
My God, what is this? Dad. Don't you call me that? Don't you ever call me that again. What kind of a son is it that moves back news, father's house, and does this?
No, stop it. It wasn't.
Oh, stay away from me. You were a whore when I found you, and after everything I've done for you, you haven't changed. Is this the way you pay me back? Is this it?
It's not the way it looks.
Not the way it looks? Is that what you said? Not the way it looks? Answer me.
Yes.
No, I see the way it looks. This is the way it's been probably for weeks and months behind my back. Is this the kind of kicks you get making a fool of me? The same kind of kicks that you got from your filthy drugs and your pills?
Stop it, please.
Oh, what are you going to do? Are you going to defend this tramp? Take a good look at her, Mason. If you want that, then she's yours. You deserve each other. Oh, God, is this where it's going to end? With some sick joke? Pack up your things and get out of here, both of you. I said now, I never want to see you again.
Cece, wait.
Mason, what have we done?
We've blown it. That's what we've done, Gina. We've blown this whole thing sky high.
Hello?
Hello, looking for Mr. Lee?
Yes, I am. I thought he would be here.
Do you have an appointment?
No. Do I need one?
Well, that depends on who you are.
A friend. Julia Wainwright.
Oh, could you spell your last name for me, please, so that I could leave him a note?
Certainly. Wainwright.
Julia Wainwright. Nice name.
Thank you. May I ask what your name is?
Ingrid, I'm going to need a copy of the congressional record for July 30th. Well, oh no, is it that time already?
I thought you'd forgotten about me.
No.
I forgot. Oh, Ingrid. Indicated to me that you weren't expecting me.
Miss Wainwright's name wasn't in your appointment book.
The book is only for business. Miss Wainwright qualifies as something eminently less mundane.
Oh, I'll get that record for you. That's July
30th.
And I'll get a copy of the deposition
Thank
right
you.
away.
I need it for a conference at 2 o'clock.
Okay. Hi.
Oh. Well, I don't know what I did to deserve that, but I'm not going to ask any questions.
Good. I'll ask them. Who's Ingrid? What is she doing here? I've never seen her before.
She's my new secretary, and she's very efficient.
She seems like she does a very good job and that she appreciates how busy you are. Hope you're not too busy for me.
No way. As a matter of fact, it's been a rather slow day. State Department only called 1 time, and the New York office a mere 6 times.
Well, I figured that since you had a couple of conferences today, that we could just
Stay right here.
Whatever you say.
I really feel like saying too much right now.
Cece, I'm very worried about you. You don't look well.
How would you feel if you saw what I just saw?
I know, and I'm sorry, but try to stay calm.
I will never forget this for the rest of my life. My son, my wife, and my own son.
Cece, tell me what to do for you, please. Just tell me what to do. I think you should lie down or something.
And in my own house, it was as if they wanted me to find them.
You know, I was thinking about it earlier. What if Brandon had found them? I am so grateful he is not in this house.
Gina probably wouldn't have cared. That's the kind of mother she is.
I've known that for a long time.
It's not Gina that surprises me, though. A part of me has always known that she was capable of this kind of thing. But Mason, damn it! He really fooled me this time. I thought he was going to put the past all behind us and move back in and so we could be all a family again. How could I have been so stupid?
Cece, I know this is very hard, but please try not to get so worked up.
I suppose he thinks that he has finally gotten even with me. Well, I've got a few things to teach him about getting even. Things that he and his little pathetic tramp have never dreamed of. They will regret to their last day. Oh, are they going to pay?
He wasn't supposed to be here. You heard him. We both did. He said he was going to the office.
Yeah, well, people change their plans, Gina. I told you just this morning the whole thing was too risky. Not in this house. Didn't I say that? Not in this house.
Yes, Mason, but
Yeah, but you had to come in here with your designer lingerie and your massages and your less than honorable intentions.
You wanted me to. Don't say you didn't.
Well, it's a bit moot who wanted what, isn't it, Gina? Point is, we both behaved like a couple of idiots. Now we're going to have to pay for it 1,000 times over.
He's going to divorce me, isn't he?
I think the smart money's on that, yeah.
And then he's going to try to take Brandon away from me. Mason, I couldn't stand that. I'd rather be dead.
Gina, you have to stay in control. If you've got a prayer of keeping Brandon, falling apart's not going to help matters any. You understand that?
Yes, all right.
Besides, I'm the one who should be slitting my wrists here anyway. You know how long I've lived as an outcast in my own family? How that's eaten away at me? Finally, I'm allowed back into the sanctum sanctorum. Finally, a truce with my father. And now it's gone. In one thoughtless, pointless moment, it's gone.
Stop it, Mason. I can't stand when you talk that way.
Not only that, I'm expected to pick myself up, dust myself off, get back to the courtroom, and try to save my little brother from a jail sentence that seems more inevitable by the hour.
Well, Mason, tell me, what are we going to do?
I don't know.
Well,
I can't move.
Well, that's not like you. When I was at the hospital and I was going to give everything up, you always had the right answers. You kept me going.
You gonna do that for me now?
I can't, Mason. I don't know how. Oh, I'm so scared.
Yeah.
I've never been this scared.
Well, you better get used to it, Gina. Because you're on your own now, and so am I. We don't have the Capwells to fall back on anymore. And believe me, it's a cold, hard, and ruthless world out there without their patronage.
I can't go back to the way I used to live. I couldn't take that again.
Well, then you better figure out some way to salvage something out of all this. Because it's gonna be a bloodbath, believe me.
Gina! Mason! You hear me? I want you downstairs this instant. Get down here now!
After you.
I won't be taking any more calls, Ingrid. No exceptions, no interruptions, all right?
Of course, Mr. Lee.
I've been thinking a lot about what you said last night. Did you mean it? All right, I'm
Julia,
sorry. I'm
Julia.
sorry. I'm being paranoid.
I've waited for this so long.
special things are worth waiting for. Jack, I want this to be special.
It is. Don't you know by now how special you are to me? Different from any woman I've ever known. You are.
I want to tell you something. I want to tell you.
No. Don't say anything. Be plenty of time for that later. What I want you to do now is just to relax completely. Give yourself to the experience. Can you do that, do you think? No defenses. No holding back.
I think I can.
We're here.
I'm going to say this as simply and as briefly as I can, because I don't want to look at you any longer than I have to. First, I'm going to start divorce proceedings against you immediately. I should have done it a long time ago. As for you, you're going to keep my lawyer very busy because of your inclusion back into my will, and as a director of the corporation, that's all going to be changed again. Well, when I have taken care of those things, it'll be very easy for me to eliminate any traces of you from my life. That's the way I want it. Now get out.
I just want to say one thing. I'll leave everything behind, Cece. Clothing, jewelry, I don't care. But I'm taking Brandon with me.
Take Brandon? You're not even going to be able to see Brandon when I get through with you.
Please, he's my whole life. He's the one precious thing I have.
It's a miracle that the boy is still in one piece after the suffering he's had under your motherly care.
I won't let you take him. I won't. I'll get my own lawyer.
Oh, you do that. And you know what that attorney will tell you? That you're the perfect definition of an unfit mother. Or an irresponsible, grasping, pitiful junkie. They'll throw your case out of court in 2 minutes.
Now, wait a minute, Dad. Gina's kicked her habit, and you know it. If you're going to throw accusations around, at least make sure they're accurate.
Oh, is this the lawyer talking? Well, don't try any of your courtroom tactics on me, Mason, especially since they're so weak.
What are you trying to say?
And I think I'm going to find Ted some better representation because I don't think you're handling it very well.
I'm doing everything that can possibly be done.
How about a little homework, Mason? How about spending a little time on Ted's case instead of all of your free time playing with my wife?
How dare you? How come you come on so high and mighty after the way you've been carrying on with Sophia? I haven't done anything to you that you haven't done to me.
Oh, you are wrong there. I haven't been having an affair with Sophia.
I've seen you two. You can hardly take your hands off each other.
I love Sophia. I won't deny that. But I have not slept with her while I was married to another woman. And I don't...
What's the matter, Dad? Having an attack of the vapors? You must be getting a little old for this kind of excitement. Not slipping, are you?
Get out of here, Mason. I've heard enough. I want you both out of my sight.
Come on, Gina.
No, I'm not going anywhere without Brandon. Cece, please don't do this to me.
Gina, don't beg. It's just what he wants.
You heard him. He said he's going to try to find a way of declaring me as an unfit mother.
Those are threats. Who's going to be Brandon's mother if not you? Who'd raise him?
Sophia and I will raise him.
What's going on in here?
Sophia, if I could explain, just get them out of here.
All right, you heard him. Cece, sit down. I don't want you to try to explain anything more. Just tell me where your pills are.
I've already taken some. It hasn't done any good.
All right, I'm going to call the doctor.
No, wait.
Cece, for God's sake, let...
Sophia, listen to me. I want you to call Jack Lee. I've got to get Mason and Gina out of my will before it's too late. Sophia, hurry now. Call him.
All right.
This is more wonderful than I ever dreamed. And I've had some pretty good dreams, too.
I still feel like I am dreaming.
No, you're not. No, you're not. This is real.
Jack, I've never felt like this with anyone before. I feel so close to you. Don't you feel that way, too?
Julia, you're a marvel. I never knew you to be so free and uninhibited.
I never used to be.
No.
Except till now. because I never felt this in love with anyone before.
It's so beautiful. Look into your eyes and I almost get lost in them.
They say they're the windows to our souls. Sometimes I really don't know what yours are saying. Maybe you need to explain it to me.
Explain what?
I want to know what you feel. I need to hear it, Jack. I thought she said she wasn't going to make
I
any
don't understand. Must be an emergency. Yeah.
You have an urgent call from Sophia Armonti regarding Cece Capwell. She was extremely insistent.
All right, fine. I'll take it. Hello.
Hi, Jack. It's Sophia. Cece needs to talk to you.
Jack, I need you to come over to the house right away. It's urgent.
Cece, what's the matter? You don't sound like yourself.
I'm ill, and I need to change my will and the corporate papers. Can you bring everything over at once?
Well, of course. I'll be right there as soon as I can.
You can call the doctor.
All right.
Sorry about this. I'll be back as soon as I can.
It's all right.
Can you maybe be back here about 3? I'll be through by then.
I think so. Jack?
No, hold it. Hold it. Hold what?
I thought this was supposed to be a negotiation.
It is. It's a friendly negotiation.
I think we're getting too carried away on the friendly and not enough negotiating.
What, you want to talk terms? I'm game. You want to talk? Okay. Let's run down the agenda. How about kids?
How about them?
When and how many?
Well, I already told you. 2 kids maximum, and for the first year, nothing.
That sounds okay.
Excuse me?
No.
Did you say sounds okay?
Yeah, but one question. How far apart are we spacing these 2 kids maximum?
Well, I figured we'd just let nature run its course.
Now you're talking. Let's keep going. Run a roll. What's next?
What about your job?
I like my job.
Well, do you think you always will?
What are you getting at?
Well, I just wanted to know if you thought about getting a promotion or if you had other plans other than police work.
Maybe sometime, but I have no idea when that might happen. As long as we're on the subject of jobs.
Yes?
How much time are you planning to spend working in the executive suite? Anyway, I mean, when these 2 kids maximum come along, don't you think you might want to scale that down a little bit?
Oh,
I'm not saying stop or stay home completely. I mean, I'm not crazy. I just think you might want to work a little more of a part-time deal. You know, babies need their mama.
Well, I think about it. I mean, I honestly don't think a husband should be able to tell his wife what to do with her life.
You don't think a husband should be able to tell his wife what to do, period.
True.
And which makes us even, because I don't believe in wives who tell their husbands what to do either.
Great. Fine. Great. Sure. Aren't we just back where we started?
No.
Huh?
No, not quite.
What are you doing?
Come here. Now we're back where we started.
One outfit, I can understand. 2 outfits is asking a bit much from a sister, don't you think?
I know. I agree completely. It's just that I'm superstitious.
What does superstition have to do with it?
Well, the last time I wore one of your outfits, I had the most wonderful experience of my life, so I thought I could make lightning strike twice.
Fine, but why did you have to pick the bluest thing in my wardrobe?
I can't help it if I've got great taste in blue clothes and wonderful men.
I see. I guess Mr. Jack Lee has done something to catapult you into my closet. That smile on your face is absolutely sappy.
I don't care. I love him, Augusta.
Oh, no, not Jack.
Yes, Jack. Who else?
Oh, I was just hoping for your sake you'd have a chance to have your love returned, but he can't do that. Look, as delightful as he is, he's not constitutionally capable of feeling anything deep.
I know. I used to feel that way about him. Until today.
Don't tell me. He said those 3 little words.
He didn't have to. I saw it all over his face. He made me feel so loved, Augusta. Really. I'm happy. I want you to be happy for me.
Yes, well, it is magic when someone makes you feel that way. I remember Lionel used to make me feel like the most desirable woman in the world.
I used to envy you so much when you first fell in love with Lionel. You had a sense of completeness about you. I feel that way now.
Oh, it's just hard to believe that Jack Lee, playboy of the Western world, is responsible for it.
I know. But you know something? I think the shipwreck had something to do with that. We're all alone out there. We are at risk at losing everything. Anyway, it doesn't matter what the reasons are. What's important is that he's ready and willing to make a commitment to a relationship now.
I never thought I'd hear the word commit in conjunction with Jack Lee unless you were talking about mortal sin.
He's changed. He's ready now. And I am willing to spend the rest of my life letting him know how much he means to me.
As long as you're happy.
I'm not happy. I'm ecstatic!
Crazy.
I know. I can't help it.
Removing Mason from my will should be simple enough. We'll just return to the terms that were there before.
What about your wife?
Please, don't refer to her as my wife. I'm trying to forget that I was that stupid. Gina is to be excluded from my will, the same as Mason. But I don't want Brandon's position diminished in any way.
All right, I understand.
Now, Jack, speaking of Brandon, I want you to investigate what I have to do to retain custody. Gina is not going to raise that boy. I know with the divorce proceedings and everything else, it's a lot to ask of you.
No, it's all right. I'll be able to handle it.
There's little time, Jack, very little time.
Are your symptoms the same ones you described over the phone?
Yes.
I want you in the hospital.
No, whatever happens, I want to be in my house. Jack, you're probably wondering what's wrong with me. I have an aneurysm, and it may be ready to do me in. I want that kept very confidential.
I'm so sorry.
Cece, it's possible that you've suffered a small stroke. Now, I need to get you to a place where I can do the proper tests on you.
I want you to understand that Mason and Gina are not to know about this. It'll let them off the hook too easily. They're not to know that I'm dying. Is that understood?
I can't believe you're still here.
What did you expect me to do, Gina? Run along home like...
Why not? You got what you wanted.
I'm worried about Cece, and I'm not going to go anywhere until I know he's all right.
Oh, I'm sure you're worried. This whole thing is your fault. You set us up. You think Mason and I don't know that?
You're wrong, Gina.
No, I don't think she is. I think you did it, didn't you, Santana? You arranged for Dad to come home early and find us.
Oh, I wanted him to find you, Mason. You bet I did. But then at the last minute, I changed my mind. I started thinking about Brandon and how he might be hurt by all of this, and I couldn't go through with it. Cece came up here on his own. I even tried to stop him.
You're a liar!
And you are exactly what Cece said you are, an unfit mother. I'm not very happy with the way things turned out here today, but I am so happy you're not going to be messing up my son's life anymore.
I love Brandon, and Brandon loves me. You can't stand knowing that, can you?
Oh, yeah, you love him so much that you went off to some sleazy little motel with Mason while your son poisoned himself on your lousy pills.
Gina! No. Ladies, please.
Cece, this is sheer nonsense. You've already told me that you've lost the feeling in your right hand.
You told me...
Can't you see how serious this is?
You told me the feeling would come back.
I said it might. But what you need is rest, isolation, and supervision. And I don't think you're going to get it around here.
Cece, would you listen to him, please?
I can rest here at home. As soon as Gina and Mason are out of here, things will be more peaceful.
What was that?
I don't know. I'll go check.
Well, it doesn't sound very peaceful, whatever it is. You should be in a hospital. And I should wash my hands of you,
I don't
Cece.
think you're going to change his mind, Doctor, and I don't agree with him. I just know how stubborn he is. We've been friends for a long time.
You are a good friend and a good lawyer, and I know you'll work as fast for me as you can.
I will. Look, as a friend, is there anything else that I could do for you, Cece?
No, there isn't anything anyone can do except get my affairs in order.
All right, I'll check with you later. Now, you get some rest, all right? Goodbye, Doctor.
Doctor, I hope whatever's in there will give me a little more time. I've got an awful lot of things to settle before I go.
No more! I said that's enough. Now you stop it. There's a sick man downstairs. The least you could do is leave this house before you cause any more pain.
Sorry, Sophia.
All right, now you come with me and I'll fix your things. Me?
How dare she try and tell me anything? They're both worse than I'll ever be. Sophia's already taken away my husband, and now Santana wants to take away my little boy.
Right, just calm down, Slugger. Quite a scrapper, aren't you? Not that Santana didn't hold her own.
I was fighting for my son, Mason. Anything I have to do, I will do.
Anything.
I'd kill for that child.
So would Santana.
You know, I'm starting to feel real guilty.
What, are you crazy? I mean, if two people who are almost re-engaged can't indulge in a little fooling around, something's wrong somewhere.
No, I'm not against fooling around. It's just I think we should be making more calls for Ted.
There are no more calls to be made. I got all my contacts out looking for those last two people about that shirt. There's nothing we can do but wait and try to keep his up.
He's my brother. He could spend the rest of his life in jail if we don't find that evidence. I want to do everything I can.
I know. You always do. I love that in you, Eden.
Thank you. You know, you've really gone on a limb for Ted. It means a lot to me.
Well, that's one thing we don't have to negotiate about. I mean, I believe in your little brother as much as you do.
You know what? I think my lips are tired of negotiating. Why don't we just accept each other the way we are?
Okay, I'm willing to give that a shot.
Good.
Well, I guess that all that's left is the proposal. And since you handled it last time with a lot of class, I might add, I think it's my turn.
Oh, no.
Hey, if you recall, I'm not completely incapacitated. And besides, some things were meant to be traditional. This is one of them. I bet you my daddy got down on his knee when he proposed to my mama. Bet he was wearing a real cool suit like I got on. Probably spent all morning polishing his boots. Bet he went out and bought the most expensive present he could afford to give it to her family just as a gesture of respect. Actually, I don't have a present for your family, darling, but nothing I bought anyway, but that's beside the point. Eden, I give you me. Everything I am and hope to be. And if you will do me the honor of accepting this guy with all his faults and imperfections, you will be making him the happiest man on the face of the earth.
Oh, Cruz.
No, I'm not finished. Now, we've been talking a lot today about negotiations and compromise. There's one thing I will never compromise. And that's our love. No matter what happens. My heart will always be yours, baby. To do with what you want. As long as I live.
I love you.
They make me happy. Will you marry me?
Yes. Oh, yes.
To know you see inside me. Before we met, I thought I had it all. But who'd have guessed that love would come and take me by surprise?
Bleeding has stopped. Well, then I better get downstairs.
Wait a minute, Sophia. You think I planned this, don't you?
Well, if you did, it's a pretty awful victory, isn't it? You have just torn a family apart to get at Gina.
I didn't want this. Not this way. I thought about what might happen. Unfortunately, Cece had already come up here and found Mason and Gina together.
And it almost killed him, Santana.
Well, Sophia, the last thing I want to do is hurt him.
You don't want to hurt him. What do you think he was going to feel? Seeing his son and his wife together like that, that's not going to hurt him.
I thought he would get over it. I thought he would realize that he was better off without her. He would be free to marry you.
Oh, don't give me that. All you wanted to do was make sure that Cece took Brandon away from her.
Yes, I want Brandon away from Gina.
Look, Santana, you're going to have to give this up. It's going to destroy you.
I wish I could. I wish I could have given up my baby and walked away from him. But I can't do that, Sophia. I can't forget that he is my son, and I love him, and I want him, and I need him in my life.
I know it must be hell for you to give up your child.
I didn't give him up. Channing made me do that. And I was so much in love with him, I just couldn't say no. I can't help but wonder, Sophia, what would you have done? If you had been here then, would you have wanted your Channing to marry the maid's daughter? Somehow you might have sided with your husband and your son.
No, Santana, I never would have asked you to give up Brandon because I never could have given up my children. Not Ted, not Kelly, not Eden, not Everett. That's why I came back.
Yes, all right. I'm leaving now. Okay.
Well, what did the doctor have to say? He didn't look too happy.
I don't need to talk to you. When I have rid myself of treacherous people, I will be fine. I've already taken steps with my lawyer to rid myself of both of you. You can go now.
I told you, I'm not going anywhere without Brandon.
You have nothing to say about it.
Yes, she does. You have no right to take Gina's child away from her. That's the law.
She's not going to take that boy out of this house.
All right, then she'll stay in this house until a court decides otherwise. Damn it, Dad, think about Brandon. You're going to do him any good for the only mother he's ever known to disappear without a word?
All right. You can stay here until the divorce is final. But God help you if you come anywhere near me. I don't want to see you, and I don't want to speak to you. Consider it your job to see to it that we never run into each other. As far as you're concerned, I never want to see you in this house again. You are no longer my son. Get out.
Hi, Mason. Listen, I have an announcement for the whole family. I'd like for you to be there.
Well, you'll have to make the announcement without me, whatever it is. Well, Eden, what is it?
Well, Cruz and I have just decided to get married.
Well, congratulations, but I don't think now's the time for a wedding announcement. Maybe you might want to come back later.
Why? What's going on? Are you and Dad fighting again?
New war has been declared. This time it may be a fight to the death.
Jack? Oh. Guess I'll just make myself comfortable.
You did a sensational job getting that stuff on such short notice.
Well, I know you needed it in a hurry.
I just worried one of my clients is going to waltz in here and lure you away to his office.
Well, I wouldn't go. I'm very happy here.
Oh, good. I was worried you were feeling neglected.
Neglected?
Yeah, well, I've been so busy, but now that I have more time, I don't see any reason why we couldn't get to know each other a little bit better. What do you say about lunch?
That would be very nice. Now, tell me if I'm not being too presumptuous. Miss Wainwright, is she a client or a friend?
Ha, a very special friend.
One of many?
I cannot tell a lie. So, do we have a date?
I'd love it.
I wish you would let me talk to Cece before I go.
No, I don't want him to have any visitors, Santana.
Is he going to be all right?
I hope so.
I'm very sorry about today, Sophia.
I know you are. Good night. Okay, now, undivided attention for this news as if I didn't know what it was.
Cruz just asked me to marry him again.
That's wonderful. I was hoping it was that.
Well, it's all because of you, Daddy. You're the one who got us back together again.
Well, I don't think I can take the full credit, but if I had a little part in it, I am pleased. And you don't know how happy it makes me to see you happy and secure.
No, honey, me too. Me too.
Love you so much. I love you too. So, what happened here? You look exhausted.
Well, honey, I'm going to have to tell you something, and I don't want you to get upset. I've been told that I've had a small stroke.
Daddy, no.
The doctor's been here. He's given your father a shot and some medication. Now he's just gonna have to take it easy for a while.
I don't believe us. Why aren't you in the hospital?
Well, he doesn't want to be. So we're going to have to keep him here and do the best we can to take care of him.
What can I do? Tell me.
Well, you've already done something. Good news is terrific medicine.
No, I'm serious. I didn't realize that you were ill.
Well, I guess you need to know the whole story. I have an aneurysm. It means that I may have a larger stroke at any time.
Daddy.
Well, we're hopefully not talking about the near future, but if it happens, then there is something I want both of you to know.
Cece, do you really think it's the time right now?
Sophia, I must talk about it right now, or I'll never have any peace. If there is a chance that I have a massive stroke, and it leaves me incapacitated or in a coma, then I want you to promise me you won't let me suffer.
Daddy, please don't talk like this.
Eden, we've got to face this. If the time comes when you have to make that decision, I want you to know my wishes. Now, I trust you. I want you to promise me that you won't let a bunch of tubes and machines keep me alive.
Daddy, you're not gonna die.
Promise me.
I won't let you.
Promise me. Will you do that?
I promise you, but it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna die.
Yes, could I speak to Lindsay Smith, please? Oh, yes, I'll hold. See how the old man does when he finds out about his precious Channing's escapades with Mr. Lindsay Smith. Hello, Lindsay. It's Mason Capwell. Listen, I need a favor.